So a little bit different today. Stores not cooling. Let's figure it out. So first and foremost, let's do an evaluation of what's going on. He says basically the whole store's for the most part warm. So first off, let's just start off with, I don't know, the first unit we see. Main sales floor, everything. We're gonna dig into this guy, see how it's doing, what it's doing, and see if we can fix it. First thing I always check is the brain of the unit actually telling it to do anything? So in this case, the thermostat, right? It's hot downstairs. What's the thermostat set to? So a lot of our people we deal with, the thermostats are on the roof. They never actually run to the floor. Probably sounds a little wacky, but it is what it is. So we're gonna take it out of this vent, this ductwork, and we're gonna go and see what it's doing. See on this one, looks like the batteries are dead. That's why it's not going or doing nothing. Now, I might consider, yeah, I have enough to do it. There's enough good wire. I think I'm just gonna replace the T-stat, because if you looked on the side of that one, I'll show it to you, just to show it to you. All right, you look on the side of this guy right here, right? You see fan on, auto, hot, cold, whatever. So basically every single year without fail, someone will have to come here 2 times a year to turn it on for winter and on for summertime. So I have a thermostat in my truck that is capable of doing, can do, auto changeover. That's what it's called. That's what the word I'm looking for. And we'll go through how to program that and everything, hook it up and everything. But basically, the auto changeover, again, if it gets too cold, turns on the heat, gets too hot, turns on the AC. And yeah, it's $150 now for the customer, but it's going to be saving them money eventually because, we're not going to have to send a technician out here every year. So anyway, we're going to show you how to do that. So we're going to use this Honeywell T6 Pro thermostat programmable. 3 heat, 2 cool. Right, 2 heat, 2 cool. Okay, dual fuel, 24 volts, battery or hardwired. Perfect. We're going to use this guy to get this going over here. So yeah, so you can see, right, typically speaking, this is a general rule, people. Okay, you got 1, 2 compressors. That means there's 2 stages of cooling, more than likely. So we're gonna come up here and we're gonna look. You see Y1, Y2. So there's 2 stages of cooling. So we're gonna hook this guy up and get it moving. So this is everything you get with it. So you get this bracket there. You get one of those. That. You get an instruction book, and you get those 2 batteries already plugged in. So now we're gonna program this fella. So try to get in the shade so where you can see. So right here, that's halfway decent. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over, plus, the date 2022. Select. Okay, month June. Yep. The 15th. I think it's the 13th. Yep. Alrighty, 12 hours. Yeah, I like 12 hours. It's actually 2. Select 41. So we'll just do that. 242. That's all right. So now we're at this 120, and what does that even mean? So let's get moving forward. So alrighty. So first off with this 120, scheduling options. So programmable. So we have non-programmable, 5, 2 programmable, 5, 1 programmable, 7-day programmable. All right, and you can always change this later. So non-programmable will mean, for instance, it's going to run like a schedule of some sort. So we'll just we'll do number 4, which is the 7-day programmable, because I don't really want the days to change. We'll see if that gives me what I want. I don't want anything to change ever. It's going to be the same every day. So Fahrenheit is 0, so yes, that's fine. 130 is outdoor sensor, none. 200 heating system, conventional forced air. Yes, that's what it is. Number 2, heating equipment type, high efficiency forced air. Yep, we'll just say yes because that's what we're dealing with. No, it's 220. Cooling stages, 1 or 2. They obviously have 2 cooling stages, but I wanted to see what they did before. They didn't include the second one in the old T-stat. So let's just take a look and make sure they wired it in correctly. So even look at this thing over here, right? Somebody cut that, or that got cut somehow. I'm not sure. Maybe that was intentionally disabled. We're going to dig into that further too. But we're going to finish programming this guy over here also, just to keep going. So we have 2 stages. So we're going to we're gonna, you know, plus 2 stages, because we got 2 stages of that. The next one up is heating stages. Let's see what we got up here. So it matters on the board mostly. W1, W2. We got 2 stages of heating. So we will add the second stage of heating to this as well. 2 stages of heating, right? Fantastic. That's why you need, in my recommendation, the T6, is because most rooftop units will be dealing with that. So next up, system changeover. This is the big ticket item. Manual or automatic? We're gonna do automatic. There you go. Now we won't need to come out every single year. Okay, and the changeover differential, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it at 0. 625 lockout, backup heat. Sorry, 625 compressor cycle rate. 3's fine. That's fine. 370 heating cycle. That's fine. These are just like your cycle rates and like your time off. Like, so if you're having some type of issue, like maybe compressors exploding, or like you notice that they were short cycling like crazy because of your building, it gives you, this is 0 to 5 minutes for compressor protection, so it'll delay turning on your compressor. 425 adaptive intellectual recovery 1, that's already set there, so that's factory. We'll just leave that on there. So all that does is that turns on your equipment earlier in the day to make sure it hits the time. So we're now at 4:30. Minimum cool set point 50, maximum hot 90. Those are just like, you know, if you ever get to those, your unit, I'm guessing, will just kind of lock itself out, like nope, not doing anymore. Keypad lockout, none. Exactly. Now we could do the heat for 80. That might not be bad, but anyway. Indoor temperature sensor, nope. Indoor temperature sensor type, nope, that's not on there. Number of air filters, we're just gonna hit 0 because we don't want it to remind us, because they have a company that comes and does it automatically, and no one ever like looks at this thing. Anyway, clock configuration 12, yep. And then 14, 15 is daylight savings on, and 420 is temperature display offset 0. Done. Fantastic. So now this thing has been programmed for this unit, and actually any unit on this roof at this point. So we'll just dig into it. But first off, I guess we'll just kind of show this whole thing. So on the low side, we're going to hit heat. So in order to program it for heat, I want it to start heating at 66, and then oh my bad, we're going to go to menu. We're going to go to, right now we're going to set the schedule. So menu. There, so you hit menu, you go over to the, you hit menu again, you hit plus, program, select, and now we're gonna program on, select. Alright, and now we're gonna program this bad boy. So it wakes up at 6 a.m. We're gonna change this to we're gonna wake on, yep, and then we're gonna hit select, and then 6 a.m. we're gonna set it for 5, select, and now it's gonna go to heat. The heat will be 66, select. The cool will be 70, select. Away. We're actually going to skip this. We're going to skip home. And now we're going to go to sleep. My bad, we're going to click on away, and we're going to hit off. And then we're going to click on home. We're going to hit off. And now we're going to go to sleep. Sleep is on, select. Now 10 p.m. Yeah, we'll just do 11 p.m. Good. The heat will now be 62, and the cool will now be 72. There we go. So that's Monday, and now we're gonna go through and do them all. Now see, you can see I said every single day, like you know, like that. So off, sleep, you know, 11 p.m. heat 62, you know, heat, you know, whatever. I'm gonna click on this and just show you heat. Cool. So every single day is set like that. I'm gonna go back. back. So every single day is set like that. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's all set like that. Now it might have been more efficient to do a different change program scheme. Probably the 511 would have been more efficient. I thought the 7-day would have just done all the same exact scheme for 7 days, but I guess it's just 7 individual programmable days, where the 511 is 5 days programmed one way, and then Saturday, Sunday each programmed their unique way. This store is open the same amount of hours every single week, every single day. So anyway, I programmed it that way. Yeah. How to test a old Lennox unit for AC. So we're gonna come up here. We're actually gonna hit this, flip this dip switch, the first one, unit, test. Right, actually we're gonna hit shift first. So there's this mode one right there, then there's this unit one right there. We're gonna hit shift, then the unit test, and then we're gonna hold down this button here, and then we're gonna get certain values. So we're gonna scroll through, and you can find, so that's heat, that's a stage of heat, that's another stage of heat, that's another stage of heat possibly. So this is cool. This is first stage cooling. So you hold it down, and you can see those little periods there and right there. So that's second stage cooling. Now you can learn what those letters mean if you go into the manual on your Lennox unit, and sometimes they'll actually have it over here. Sometimes, but anyway, so the C's are typically cooling, so I can tell that both of these are cooling properly. They all seem to be doing just fine. So anyway, now I'm gonna go over through here. I can change it while I'm doing this to the next stage. I can actually hold it, and I can undo that. Now that's unselected because those periods are gone. And now I'm going to select only the first stage. So this is just one stage. Now let's see if that works. Well, both of them ended up doing this thing anyway. So let's see if there's any others. Let's try this one. Maybe that could have been like a dehumidification or something like that. I'm not sure. Let's find out. This menu is kind of junk, so typically I would just refer back to not the manual. Typically I would go through and kind of refer to the manual to see, but I know enough from dealing with them that C is that. You can see that stage 1 cooling is on, and we just tested stage 2. So the cooling, seems like the cooling and it does seem to work just fine. So yeah, that's how you do that. But okay, so now that that's done, now we know that this can enter, and this does, and it seems to just do fine. And we can even just, if you wanted, you could do some other stuff. Most of these things, like, I don't know why people do the things they do to them, but they just, okay. So now we're just gonna have to rewire this guy up. So that T-stat over in the unit is obviously not proper. That's not, it doesn't have enough functionality to make this actually work right. Doesn't have enough stages of heating and cooling. And it's wired incorrectly and just everything. So we can see that there's one. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wires there. So we'll see what we can do with that. So the plot actually thickens. So it looks like this wire right there, I didn't examine it close enough. It actually looks like if you follow it, goes in that conduit, goes into the store. So we're actually going to go down into the store and see if we can find a thermostat in the store and maybe is responsible for this unit, and we'll see how it's programmed and how it's looking, and if it's not good, we'll replace it with this one right here, which I think would probably be prudent for us to do, seeing how this unit seems to be able to function just fine. It's just not doing its thing for whatever reason. So I found where it is on the floor down here. So this is like an old one. I think it would work okay, but it doesn't have automatic changeover, and it doesn't actually even have the amount of heats and cools that the rooftop unit up top does. So it was also even wired in, not to code. So we're just gonna correct all that. So anyway, I put it all together. This is what I've been taught. Y is yellow, Y2 is blue, second stage cooling, G fan is green, common, I've heard black, but in this case there's only brown left over, so we're going to use brown. W is white, W2 is orange, and is red. Alright, so now we closed it. We're going to mate this up like that. Anyway, now that's in there with auto changeover set up on a schedule, everything's all good to go. So now we're going to go back to the rooftop unit and wire everything in. Alrighty, so I matched it up here with this terminal block with what was downstairs, and I labeled it because I couldn't take it out of the terminal block because this terminal block's a little strange, and I thought it's just a little difficult. You got to press super hard on those little tabs in there and pull it out. I just thought all I'll do is I'll just put little crimpy connectors there to kind of do it. So anyway, so I connect them up, the same way downstairs. So just Y2 to Y2, W2 to W2, Y1 to Y1. Blah 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 blah. The same thing all the way up there. So now everything's all hooked up. I'm gonna zip tie it all back together, and then we're gonna turn it on and see how it does. So anyway, I put in the thermostat, and now it kicked right on. It's good to go. I just figured I'd get a final video of everything. So anyway, that was troubleshooting the Lennox unit. So maybe you'll learn something today, how to bump it on, just the wiring, the auto changeover, So now, every year, they're not going to call us out here for it unless it's an actual real issue. Thermostat's in the store, traced it out. So, now it will automatically change over every year, hopefully prevent service calls, and make the, store staff happier. But anyway, that's how you do it. Hope you learned something, maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, thank you.